Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where this is going to be the final episode of this series. I am committing to that. I believe I committed to that last episode, but if I didn't, I'm committing to that now. So we're going to wrap this up. It might be a little bit of a long episode depending on how some of these attacks end up going. Now over here in Hawaii, we've got some work to do. We've got this planned, and then all we need is enough command power to be able to plan a raid here. Now, that raid failed previously, and I want to check in on the status of this preparation. It is ready to go, and then on the status of this preparation I think both of these are ready to go. It's a little hard to tell. They're in the same army. I'm fairly sure they are. So what we need to do is we need to fire off this raid. And we also need to fire off this raid. So both of those are going to go, and we'll try to have the camera where we can see both. Okay, so it apparently hides the plane when we're zoomed out far enough. Hopefully it doesn't hide the explosion. Okay, it was a limited success here. Mission aborted. So I don't think this ended up working. We'll try the invasion anyway. So that can go ahead and go. This one out over here was critical failure. Again, we'll try the invasion anyway. Command power is going to be our main lack at this moment. But we'll try the invasions. They probably won't work. That's understood. Down over here, this raid is not prepared, and that's absolutely fine. These guys are ready to go, so we're just waiting on that raid, and we're going to have to re-up this raid over here. Okay, so we're going to try these invasions. If this one doesn't work, we see that they do have forces here. I don't see forces here. That's foolish if they leave it that way. We might just have faulty intel. We'll find out. So this down over here, we are currently losing, which we expect, and we're busily attempting to get this wrapped up. But I want to check in on Hawaii here. So at this point, this is going fine. When are these guys going to be ready to launch this? The answer is in a few days. Okay. So we expect that all of their main forces are here, and they might have a recovery force or two up over this direction, but there's probably not a lot going on up there. That's the idea anyway. So we're going to just make our way on up. This invasion over here is already failed, which we are not at all surprised by. So that's fine. We have enough command power now to plan one raid. So I'm going to plan a nuclear raid down over here. Oh, it's 25. Never mind. I was under the impression that it was 20. Okay. Well, let's see what's happening up over here.
Push up.
Do they have defenses there? Yes, they do. I'm not surprised about... Wait a second. No, this is not going to happen. Okay. So that's absolutely understood. We do definitely want to get a raid going up there, but it's going to be 25 command power. That means that we're going to need 75 overall command power. We rolled very badly indeed. Wait, this is ready. This is ready. So let's go ahead and launch this raid. We've got a 63% chance. Kaboom. Okay. So that one worked out, and now we're going to launch this invasion to follow up. Fantastic. So that nuke occurred, and they should be very, very weak here. And we're failing the invasion. Okay. Actually, it's spicy. It is spicy. We may or may not win this invasion. It's leaning towards not. Okay, that's exciting. Yeah, that's very exciting. Okay. So, we did not win that invasion even after a nuke went off. That's remarkable. Now, this time I'm going to assign the entire army to this. We didn't have enough invasion space previously to assign the entire army, but we've removed some invasions like this one down here. So that seems good. Are these guys ready to launch? Yes, they should launch. Let's get our invasion complete of Hawaii here. We've got our southern invasion done, and we're pressuring them, to be sure. They have a lot of forces there. So that's noted. Now, we have got 31 command power at this time, and I would like to prepare a raid out over here. We can just do a nuclear strike, not a thermonuclear strike, but that's okay, and this will be absolutely fine. We want to do high risk-taking to boost our chance of success. I don't care about the planes. All I care about is that the bomb goes off. So we're going to create this raid. That's only 20. So it is only 20. Interesting. Okay, so that's absolutely fine for now. We are getting a decent amount of command power, so that looks good. The real question is, how is this invasion going to go? It would help if we're in the right map mode. I don't think we were in any map mode there. That was kind of remarkable. So the real question here is there anyone currently located here? And we're about to find out. But we expect them to be a weak force if they exist, because if they're a strong force, they should be here, holding Honolulu. It looks like the answer is no. There's no one here. That's perfect. So, we need to continue to pressure from the south, while up here, we fortify up here, and we build naval base levels. These guys, they don't have the capacity to be able to attack at this moment. They need to have some amount of supply flow. I want to grab them and have their entire army. Actually, no, this is the same army. So that just these guys up here is fine. This now makes it so that these guys have nowhere to retreat to. We'll attack them from two fronts in about a month, but we're going to need to get a source of supply over here first. So we've got this being planned down over here. And then up over this direction, we've got this being actively planned. How long is it going to take us to have troops? Oh, this is only 11. There should be 12 on this. How long is it going to take us to be readied on this? About 30 days. Okay. And then we've got these guys down over here. They are not planning this invasion at all. They should be getting going on that. Also, I'm going to move these out into their own army. Okay. Apparently that doesn't work. That's exciting. Why does that not work? I want these to be a separate army at this point. That's interesting. Okay. That's very exciting. I guess we'll just do this. That assigns the whole army here. Which isn't exactly what I want, but now can we do this? No. Okay. That's odd. Can we assign them here? No. I guess because of the plan. If we deleted that plan and selected these guys, that's the problem. Okay. So now we're going to start up a plan up here, and I want to invade both of these sites, like this. So that's what I wanted here, and I want to not have these going. I just want these separate so that we can order them separately, and we can see separately where their preparation status is. So that'll be fine. Do we have a commander for this? I don't really care what the commander is, but a commander would be nice. Sure, you'll do. So that seems good. Now, out over this direction, we're currently not attacking here, and we should be. Get the tanks in there. We don't want to give them time to attack up over this direction. That would be bad. So we need to get this finished up 20 January, so 16 days. Okay. That all, hi pause menu. That all looks fantastic. Now this down over here, we've got 21 command power. So we could start planning a nuke here, or we could delete this and replan this to attack here. Now, it's going to take a while to get that plan completed. 126 days. We've got a lot of troops assigned to that. I want to come out over here, and we don't have any divisions assigned to this right now. So I'm going to select these 6, assign them here, and we are going to start planning a nuclear raid out over here. The raid is trying to do a Pathfinder raid for some reason. I want to do a nuclear strike here. Nuclear strike is available, but when I press this button here, it tries to do a Pathfinder raid, which is not what I'm trying to do. Ah, left click. Okay, gotcha. So that looks fine. We are going to do something like this. 67% chance. So we'll get that ready, and in the meantime, these guys are preparing. So we'll need to wait until they're ready to go, but that's only going to be 20 days. So that's not a concern. Now, this out over here is ready to be launched, so we should definitely do so. Do we have a kaboom here? I'm going to tell these guys to go no matter what. Kaboom. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to follow up this invasion immediately. The explosion is still happening. I'm sure our troops will be fine. They're only going to get mild radiation. It's okay. So we're winning this at this moment, and that looks fantastic. We see a stack wipe. We see another stack wipe. 97, 98, and we got it. Fantastic. So we no longer need this happening at this point, and we now have this up over here, right? And I'd kind of like to have these guys come and start a second naval invasion from here, like this. So that'll be 63 days, but we don't have our nuclear strike here planned yet, so that seems good. Now, down over this direction, we're lacking a nuclear strike. And out over this direction, we have this nuclear strike being prepared, but it's not done yet. 26 days here, and we're only 17% prepared over here. So 24 days until we're ready to launch this. We'll be able to get another nuclear strike going soon. We're getting about half a point of command power per day. But I want to check in here. What do we have for cores? We definitely need to get a couple of cores going, so we'll do that. And then I want to hop down over this way, war propaganda and exhort heroism. These will allow us to get a higher war support, which will get us more command power. So that sounds good. Oh, we're launching this. I did not intend for this to be launching yet.
Come on.
Yeah, abort that. Don't launch it yet. Okay. Good. They're able to abort that without restarting their planning. Yeah, we did not want to launch that just yet. Now, we're about to take Guinea-Bissau here, and this is not surprising. What is surprising is that they've lasted this long. They are doing the whole retreat back and forth thing, so there is that. But they're definitely not going to last very long here, so we're pushing in there, no real problem. Now, we have enough at this point to attempt some sort of a nuclear strike up over here, and we're definitely going to do that. 61% chance. So we'll get that prepped, and that'll be fine. We need to make sure that these guys are going to be fully prepared, though. So it's going to be a little bit, like 40 days. That's okay. So down over this direction, Hawaii is, at this point, pretty under control. We've got our naval bases here. These guys are ready to join the attack. So I'm going to do an offensive line of right here for our tanks. And these infantry are going to do an offensive line also of right here. And they're going to launch that. So all of our... Actually, these infantry will also be part of that, I think. So all of our units are going to be attacking. They have nowhere to retreat to. But we do have supplies coming in here now. And there's very little that they can do to stop us. It's just a matter of time until Honolulu falls. Now, we could theoretically do like an air bombing raid here. Hang on. Does this not actually work? Oh, that's click to show and click to hide. I see. So there's not a raid available. Oh, wait, down over here? No, there's not a raid available in Honolulu. Okay, that's fine. We'll whittle them down for now. We might nuke this, but we might, you know, damage some of our own people if we did that. So for the moment, we'll hold off on that, and we'll work on some of these naval invasions still. So this is still prepping. How are we doing over here? This is ready to go. So let's go ahead and launch this. It's a bit of travel time, so I'm going to launch this naval invasion right now. And off we go. How do we do? Critical failure. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Push-yard.
Abandon the invasion. Yeah, we're just not going to go on that one yet. So down over this direction in Guinea-Bissau, we're slowly pushing our way in. There's not really too much stopping us other than, I think they don't even have any land forts. How are they actually holding us? They must just be doing the retreat reinforce cycle, and that's the only thing holding us. That's remarkable. And I mean, this is kind of crappy terrain too, right? So, sure. I guess that makes some sense. Now then, up over here, we're going to be ready to launch this nuclear strike quite soon. 6 days. So that looks good. Are these guys ready to start their invasion? Not quite, is the answer. They've got 47 days. Noted. Okay, so there's still this invasion that we need to do. And over in Hawaii, how are things looking? Kind of mediocre is the answer. This is not going fantastically in Hawaii. So we don't have the command power to nuke Honolulu, but that is an option that's on the table. I don't think I'll do a thermonuclear strike on it. I think that's what caused the splash damage that we experienced previously. We'll probably do a regular nuclear strike on it, but that will be fine. So we just get 20 command power. And with that, I would like to start planning a thermonuclear strike on Truk. So we're going to get that going. We have a 63% chance of success, and we are going to prepare that. Now, these guys here, what's their status? They're going to be ready in about 40 days. Okay. So this up here should be pretty close to ready. Yes. 4 days. Let's go. So we've got 3 additional days. 2. 1. And they're ready. Okay. We're going to preemptively launch this, and we are going to get this going. Critical failure. Well, okay then. We are rolling very, very badly on these. Abort. Abort the invasion. We will come back. So that is very unfortunate. We've been rolling incredibly badly on those. We have better than even odds, by the way, on all of these. So that's very sad indeed. Now, this down over here, that's going to be prepped in about 30 days. So for now, we can continue to look at Honolulu. They are doing kind of absolutely fine here, to be honest. Yeah, they're kind of doing absolutely fine. So I want to grab this army here, and they're set to normal attack. And I want to check the other army here. They are also set to normal attack. So they're not aggressively attacking at this time. So that's absolutely noted. Certainly not ideal, is it? These strait crossings are tough, and Honolulu has 8 levels of land fort, so that's the core issue there. So one thing we can do is we can use this air base down over here, and we can put in some bombers here. I'm going to put in some strategic bombers, and we're going to put in 2,000 of them. This is going to be a lot of manpower, but we don't care. Manpower is irrelevant to us. So something like that, and then they are going to go on... Let's see, we want them to be on strategic bombing in Honolulu. I'm not sure if we can actually assign them to that. Actually, I think they're just on the way. Yeah, that's the case. So that seems fine. They are now doing strategic bombing, and that will hopefully help soften up some of those forts. In theory. So we are taking a lot of losses there. I want to check to see how we're doing on our production of strategic bombers. I think we are still making strategic bombers in this list somewhere. Let's see here. We are not. Okay, so we should probably make some strategic bombers. So these are these intercontinental bombers, and that will be absolutely fine. So we'll make a few of these. By a few, I mean a lot. Okay, so we're now making 6.72 per week. That will help. And of course, we're going to build up our production efficiency on that pretty significantly. So that seems absolutely fine for now. Let's check in on the progress of this. So we can now see that we have managed to damage an additional level of this land fort. So that's very good. We'll continue to work on that. Okay, now then, up over this direction. This is ready to be launched. Let's launch that, and let's preempt. This is not ready to go yet. Can we abort this? No. Okay, noted. We're just going to be a couple days late. It's fine. We'll know if this goes off or not first. It did go off. Okay, so we're going to be a couple days late here. We're not ready to launch this for another, 7 days. And we have basically no supply here, so that's exciting. But theoretically, they are heavily damaged. Emphasis on theoretically. So up over this direction, we're about to get enough command power to try again on a nuclear raid up over here. But we can't actually do that for another 6 months. We can launch here, though. And if we thermonuclear strike, it'll splash damage over this way. So we're going to do that, and we're going to prep that. Perfect. So that looks fine. We should be invading down over here very, very shortly. These guys should be getting going anytime now. There we go. Go on. Get out there. I think they were damaged by the thermonuclear strike. You can see we definitely took some damage out over here. I think these guys are not going because their organization isn't high enough. Guinea-Bissau just capitulated, so there is that. These guys will launch as soon as they're organized enough. So this is done, and at this point, we still need to do this invasion, and we need to get Hawaii fully under our control. We need to do this invasion, which may end up with that nuke. Okay, so we're just waiting on that, and over this direction, we just saw a stack wipe in Honolulu. Ah, look at that. Their land fort is getting a lot more damage, so that bombing is working. Fantastic. We're starting to see stack wipes here, so they're going to continue to weaken. That looks fine. Down over this direction, when are these guys going to launch? They really need to launch. Just go. Insufficient naval supremacy. Ah. Okay. That's the issue then. We don't have the naval supremacy. Our fleet must have been hit by the nuke and is off repairing. Okay, so that seems fine. As soon as our other fleet arrives here, we'll launch this. There we go. So that seems okay. Off we go, and we'll see if they've had enough time to repair here after that nuke or not. That was quite a lengthy amount of time that they were given there, which is unfortunate. Okay. This time, we are winning this attack, but they're reinforcing from over here. We'll see. Okay, it's not looking fantastic over here. We waited too long. It was too long until the army arrived. We should have hit much sooner after the nuke. That's all there is to it. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So up over this direction, the question is this nuke raid ready to launch yet? 3 days on that. How are we doing on the preparations over here? These guys are ready to go. I'm going to tell them, go ahead and get moving. And we're going to launch this immediately. The result is limited success. Well, we're rolling very badly. I'm still going to carry out this raid. Now, keep in mind, I've committed to this being the end of the series, and we're getting close to the point where we need to put a cut in. I'm going to go a little over, I think, because I'd really like for these to actually be over. But one thing we can definitely say is it's really only a matter of time, right? I'm definitely going to go until the Communist States of America capitulate. They're the only major power left at this point, and they're about to capitulate. The moment we take Honolulu, they're done. And then there's just the Democratic Republic of Cabo Verde. So the Greater Pohnpei Union State just capitulated. Did we win this? Oh, we won this invasion. Okay, fantastic. So we can have these guys come out over here. So this army is going to frontline over here with all of their forces. And they're going to offensive line to up over here. So that looks great. They're going to launch that. But it's going to be a little bit before they're actually ready to do anything there. So now the U.S. is going to capitulate. And then there is one. Actually, that's the end of the war. That's surprising to me because these guys never capitulated. Okay. So we're just going to take everything that we're allowed to at this moment. And the question is, how much are we allowed to take? Well, all of these basically are single provinces, right? And that's going to be... We're going to be able to get a lot of this, for sure. So this is absolutely fine for now. I'm actually surprised that the war ended there. But it's a very good thing because that's basically perfect timing. So Philippines was definitely a little bit bigger, and we're just going to continue to work our way through claiming all of this. That's a lot of the U.S., apparently. That's remarkable. We have a lot of score, though, so this is fine. Where did our list go? There it is. Okay, so we're just going to continue to work our way through this and take whatever we can. We've got so much score. I think we just get all of this on the first round. We're just going to full annex everything. Now, there are still some neutral nations, and ideally we'd go around and conquer all of the little neutral nations and unify the world, but we're already 150 episodes deep into this series, and I need to make room for another Hearts of Iron series that's going to be starting literally tomorrow. So that's, you know, kind of the way that it goes. So at this point, we're just going to grab everything, and that will be fine. So we'll select all there, and we'll submit these demands. There's nothing else that we can demand. This is it. And this is going to be a little bit of global tension, but what do we care? It's completely irrelevant. So at this point, we need to confirm and exit. Fantastic. So I guess these guys didn't matter because they were not a major participant. Interesting. So at this point, the war's over. There is no more war. We have defeated the Allies, which it was touch and go for a moment there, for sure. But we have defeated the Allies, and that's fantastic. I'm very surprised that we were able to end the war without taking these islands, but I'm happy, ultimately. We rolled badly on a lot of those raids, but what are you going to do? Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that will also end this East India series. That was very interesting. It's a wacky playstyle, East India Company, no doubt about it, but we got there in the end. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.